Okay, hey, this is RLP first boss, Melidrussa. I was going to show you what I do. This is actually a really rocky one because this group put the chill storms so close to the group every time, so that was a little bit stressful. General rule of thumb for this boss, group up your hail bombs and then aim the chill storms away from them, and then you really don't have to worry that much about moving. I got targeted by the first one, of course. So I popped Astral Shift as well as Spirit Walker right away, and then just pump some AoE heals. If you have High Tide up, that's great. Make sure you pre-cast Cloudburst before it goes out. That way you're not wasting the global, and you're already filling it with heals when you're healing the tank before it even starts. Right. A cool thing to remember for this boss is you don't need to keep everybody topped up. The last tick on Chillstorm does a lot of damage, but it doesn't destroy you. So as long as you keep everybody above 30-40%, you should be fine. Okay, first whelp phase, I think I just pop AG. Maybe my racial as well. Nope, just AG. AG, chain heals, downpours, healing rain, all while Cloudburst is up. So at the end, you can just pop your Cloudburst like it did just there, and then tops everyone up. Okay, so this group's playing very well in terms of grouping up the hail bombs. They're just not putting the chill storms in the. I mean, actually, this one's not so bad, but ideally, the further out there, the better, because then you don't have to, move at all. You can just kind of let it drag you in and keep healing. But yeah, I mean, see, it's nothing too crazy. You just have to stay calm. If things ever do get stressful or you're not sure, you can pop a cooldown. A good cooldown combination is a Nature's Swiftness plus High Tide Chain Heal. While Cloudburst is down, I feel like that is always a go-to for me. It's a quick way to top everyone up if something goes a little bit crazy. It's only a minute cooldown. All right, second whelp phase, I just use Slink, and then that's the only cooldown. I try to save at least 2 cooldowns for the last phase of the fight after the whelps, just because the chill storms can get a little crazy depending on if you get targeted or if it's targeted at a bomb or something. It's always good to have a healing tide or either a Slink or Ascendance up for that last phase. If you are going to use Ascendance, just make sure you pop it with a Spirit Walker so that you get the full benefit of it. But yeah, you can see if nothing crazy is happening, I actually don't use a cooldown. Your regular AoE with High Tide Chain Heal, Downpour, Healing Rain with a Cloudburst should always be more than enough. It's only when something like that happens, where they aim it literally at the group, that you should be popping something. Like right there, I popped Healing Tide. And I also had Nature's Swiftness that I could use there. I didn't, but it was an option. I find this is one of those fights that can be tough on your mana, so unless you have to pop your big heals, just healing wave, it's not it should be enough to keep everybody alive until these big damage phases happen, and then you can pump a little bit. But overall, you want to conserve your mana, especially if the fight lasts long, like this one did, because we didn't use Lust on her. But yeah, it's not super easy, but it's smooth. If you like most bosses on a high key Tyrannical, if you just keep calm and remember what's in your kit, try to plan out a cooldown for everything that you need to, then yeah, you should be fine.